Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Lusaka Muslim Youth Channel. So what we want to do is we want to explore. Let's explore together and see how things are happening over here on Lusaka.
Alhamdulillah, la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. Subhanallah. Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. Subhanallah, 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 Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, so we are back now. I'm sure you've seen how this place looks like. Yeah, it's a very beautiful place, and I wish you can come and be with us. Let's go together to the masjid. So as we are going to the masjid, I just want to say something very special. Number one, on a Friday, sunnah, things that we are supposed to do on a Friday. A lot of people just waking up, going to the masjid, but they leave out something very important. So we want to go and see how we can do it.
Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. Subhanallah, Subhanallah, la ilaha illallah, Allah.
Alright, so we are back now talking about the importance or maybe the sunnah during the day of Jum'ah on a Friday. As we all know, we say that Friday starts on a Thursday night. That is Islamic calendar. It changes there and then. So what are you supposed to do? Well, we just start on after day. Once you wake up, Alhamdulillah, alladhi ahyana ba'dama amatana wa ilayhi nushur. You have to do what? To recite the dua. You prepare yourself for Fajr. You make wudu. Now, there is one sunnah that most of us don't really like it. That is 2 rakats of salah. Before the Fajr salah, you need to pray 2 rakats sunnah. So inshallah, let's try by all means. Each and every time we wake up, we start with sunnah. 2 rakats is very important. Yeah. Then you pray your salah. After you pray your salah Fajr, you sit on the masjid. Inside the masjid, you sit. Start reciting, making adhkar, read Surah Kahf. That's number one. It's also recommended that you need to finish reciting Surah Kahf. Yeah. Then during the day now, there's what we call Sunnah al-Fitra. So Sunnah al-Fitra, it is something that the Prophet Muhammad used to do on a Friday. Or maybe a lot of people will say, what is Sunnah al-Fitra? So these are natural things that are coming out from the body, but sometimes they're not okay, but you need to remove them. So you need to remove them, such as the nails. On a Friday, you cut your nails, clean them. You sit down on a bench at your home. You start cutting, a little bit. You clean. Not only that, you wash your teeth with muswak. As we all know that a muswak, it is actually sunnah. So you use muswak. You clean. Then alhamdulillah, you are good. Not only that, public hair such as mustache, you trim out your hair. They are not keeping, but if you want to keep, alhamdulillah, it's well and good. So your mustache, as one of the hadith it says, you need to keep your mustache less than 40 days. When it exceeds 40 days, you need to wipe up, but you need to make sure that you keep your beard. It's also sunnah. Don't cut your hair, your beard, like you can see. Though mine is not that much, alhamdulillah, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not only that, private area such as your armpit and down there, we're not going to mention. Those are the sunnah. After you are done cutting, doing your sunnah and fitrah, what you do is you make ghusl. Even if you have ghusl, it is sunnah on a Friday. Do what? To make ghusl. You bath, and you know the procedures of ghusl. If you don't know, just comment. I'll share the video. My previous video, I did. Alhamdulillah. So after you bath, now one thing that people don't get it on a Friday. After you are done bathing, don't just put on anything. No, wear something new. Wear something that you know that this is my special attire. But the Prophet Muhammad used to wear white most of the time on a Friday. But you know, if you don't have white, what do? You put on the best. Smell good, apply your perfume, smell good, wear some perfume, start off. So, but before you start off, another sunnah that you need to do, make wudu from your place. Others they say, let's go some. I'm not. How will you? Since I shusha, since I come very voice. But alhamdulillah, you make wudu. Right now, as I'm walking to the masjid, I'm getting some reward because I have my wudu. So if you want to make more rewards, make wudu from home, then go to the masjid. Upon reaching, those that didn't make wudu, the first thing is make wudu. After you are done making your wudu, what do? You pray again 2 rakats before you sit, and this is a sunnah that most of us don't do. You sit down, akhi. Before you sit, make sure that you pray 2 rakats. But most of us, what we do, it's not really nice. We go at the masjid when the khutbah is almost ending. No, some rate, I don't want to see them. You sit down. Sometimes you just hear, Allah, we are just outside praying. Right now, the importance of khutbah, the bayan in our masjids are not followed. Wa alaikum salam. Alhamdulillah.
Sorry, extra this day.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, that was my brother. Alhamdulillah, we are meeting. He's also going to the masjid. As you know, in Lusaka, I'm from the masjid, but I'm going to another masjid. So the masjids are a lot here, alhamdulillah. So those that are coming for the first time in Zambia, Lusaka has more masjid than any other provinces, alhamdulillah. On that one, it's a very good thing. So now, what I was saying is, a lot of people, they don't listen to khutbah bayan. Very soon, the bayan, this importance will go away. Our children will not even read out the khutbah because us, we are outside. We don't even pay attention to it. Then how are we going to expect our children to sit in the masjid if us, we are outside? Or sometimes we see, imagine the khutbah go zanza ndako kafuno na swala kufika che swala wapempera out. Then when you go to the masjid, you only pray. You don't learn. When are you going to have your ta'lim? How are you going to acquire knowledge? As you know, in Islam, acquiring knowledge is compulsory for every Muslim. Yeah, so most of us know where I'm heading to. That is our Flower Bridge, Kafira Road. So like I said, you're done with everything. Alhamdulillah. Maybe you listen to your khutbah. After khutbah, you pray your salat Jum'ah. If you're the imam, you have to make sure that you recite Sabbihisma and Halata. So these are the most recommended surahs that the Prophet Muhammad used to pray on a Friday. Alhamdulillah. So inshallah, let's all follow these sunnahs. There are a lot of sunnahs that you can think, such as giving. Just try to, as a masjid, you give out whatever you can afford. Alhamdulillah, it's well and good. Yeah, so I'm just moving about, going to the masjid. So at least can drop it up as well, right? When you make an effort to say I want to pray to that side, so that at least you move fast, so that you reach there before the khutbah starts. So let me show you around the Lusaka. So dear Lusaka, I want to say what we are doing, is showing you how Lusaka is, and of course it is very beautiful and it has many masjids. So my journey is to explore different masjids, to know or to show you how many masjid and how Islam is in Zambia. This is the journey that I have started.
Alhamdulillah, la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. Subhanallah, Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. Subhanallah, 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 Alhamdulillah, la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. Subhanallah, Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. Subhanallah, Subhanallah, la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. Subhanallah, Subhanallah. Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah.
So actually, that's how we do. Because you do not make how from home, we do it from other masjid.
ينادي القرآن والصدقة تنادي الصدقة والصلاة تنادي الصلاة. That's salah. Call. Other salawat we have to amend until after Ramadan with this servant. That siyam, if we are done with Ramadan, it does not mean that we are done with performing sawm. There is voluntary sawm. But you can surprise someone and say, Alhamdulillah, I will do other sawm when Ramadan come again. It's not fair, brothers and Muslims. But because we need that reward to continue. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us Monday and Thursday. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was giving us Shawwal. Tomorrow we are having Dhul Hijjah. After Dhul Hijjah there is Muharram. All these they are sorrow. You need to gain. You need to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant you power to perform sorrow. If you could see that deed you are doing in Ramadan, start calling each other. That is why the day of Eid, every Muslim, there is dua. We recite to each other when we celebrating the Eid. تقبل الله منا ومنكم. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept what we were doing in Ramadan. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept from us and from you. When you say Eid Mubarak, when you wish your brother good Eid, then they reply to you, تقبل الله منا ومنكم. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept the goodness we were doing in Ramadan, to accept from us and from you. It is meaning, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala could accept even one deed, what you were doing in Ramadan, it means you are going to continue doing it. But if you was there performing some ibadat, showing up, your attention is not good, you because I'm with people, they are performing song, let me be with them, but your attention, it is not that, to fulfill that, to make Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala happy. You are doing that for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Even people they could supplicate to you, تقبل الله منا ومنكم, there is nothing. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows what is in your heart. Your attention is to continue fulfilling what you are doing in Ramadan. Or your heart, there is something you don't want, you hate what you are doing. If you hate what you are doing after Ramadan, you will know even yourself that you don't want to perform ibadah. But those people who until now, they are still struggling, Surah Al-Fajr, they are there. Those Jews they were reading in Ramadan, they are still reciting Quran. Those tahajjudi, they are still with tahajjudi. That charity they was giving, they are still giving charity. That is among the sign what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepted their deed in Ramadan. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us among those people who accept their deed in Ramadan, that they could continue entire the area what they was doing. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah, so assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
So alhamdulillah tapimpera lero Jumaa, alhamdulillah mwanze baina mwishi. So kuli ma mistake bantu bafuna kupunzirira hapa mina mapanga during Jumaa or Friday day onzi.
Naam, alhamdulillah salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Among the mistakes mene wantu mapanga time ya Jumaa yoti, number one, muhadithi ya Mtume sallallahu alaihi wasallam anafuata kwamba kuti some of the sunnah tsemena mafuniko kuchitika baada ya Jumaa, which includes kukonzeka early for Jumaa, but wantu amapezeka kuti babwera late, afika ku masjid Jumaa yamba kudala, afika mu masjid time ya salati ndiye pange na masjid. Some of the people we see around our masjid, most here, because independent makondo pempelera maningi, mwapezeka kuti muntu abwera earlier, afika kudala pa masjid. After afika pa masjid ankhala alipa phone ashimika, maybe atamba ma videos, alipa social media. Wao mu masjid khutba yamba kudala, abantu bamamisa mathawabu ya Jumaa, because mahadithi ya Mtume sallallahu alaihi wasallam akamba kuti once imam akakwera pa mimbari panja, mungero amena malemba abantu banja amena mabwera fast ku masjid, which muntu wa first amapeza like apeleka sadaka, camel, then bokonkako ng'ombe, mberere, bakana ma eggs. Bandu wenango amapezera tukuti siwanapezeko ivini kajaka kathawabu kangono egg siwanapeze. Why? Because wapeza wabwera ku masjid, inside yongera mu masjid bazipeza balinkezi banje. Then pamene waona kuti imam manja anyamuka kuyamba kupemberesa salati ya Jumaa ijaturaka, ndiye pamene abwera mu masjid baje bantu nisamisa thawabu ya Jumaa. Ngangale kuti wenzepo pa masjid, but thawabu ya muntu amene ambero pempera Jumaa siwanaipeza, bapeza chabe salati as normal sala. Naam.
So yeah, so Mandela, let's try by all means, we come early, don't be on phone, enter the masjid, do adhkar, pray 2 rakats of sunnah, so on and so forth, a lot of things. So inshallah, if we are making mistakes like area, I said all the sunnah and fitra that you need to do on Friday, alhamdulillah, plus also reading the Quran, you know, Surah Al-Kahf, others are saying any surah that you can manage to read, even just more surahs such as the 3 quls, they're very important for you to do that. Yeah, jazakallah Sheikh. I think I think one of the things. So alhamdulillah, I'm now back from the masjid. So I'm just at Cosmopolitan Mall. where I can meet a lot of people. Some of them might be not Muslims. Yeah, as you can see there. So some are Muslims, alhamdulillah. Yeah. So yeah, I was thinking maybe I get myself something, but I'm all alone, not having anyone. But anyway, very soon my wife will join me. Yeah. So alhamdulillah, we've listened to one or two things that we were discussing more about. And hope to see you next time so that at least we have more interaction. Comment where you want me to visit next time so that I come and visit, inshallah. That's a very beautiful place, as you can see behind me here. Yeah, just going home, mind. When I reach home, I do one or two things, inshallah. Then that's all.